Okay, I believe everything is set up. Welcome everyone to the IGTL GR3 round 1. I believe everyone is just doing some last minute practice now. Hopefully they haven't already started qualifying and I've missed half of it. So let's have a quick look through the field. So in this race we've obviously got May. If I can bring up the information, there we go. Racer Tay, Vitamin G, with a very good helmet design, I do like that. Extra Frosty, M3 guy, Indesy, he's currently in the pits. Ninja, Foxy, just running off the road there and making contact with Hobo for some reason. Not too sure what's going on there. Hobo fragments. BJ Rebel 28. And Squeakers. I don't believe we've got the full field in the lobby just yet. I think we're still waiting on some people. Squeakers with a 3.5 second penalty, not sure what's going on there. Well, right on board Racer Tay, just for this quick practice session. I'm not trying to get rid of the mouse. Nope. Okay, that's just gonna have to stay there. So Racer Tay currently the fastest man on the track by 0.4 of a second to Vitamin G. These two probably, arguably the fastest guys in this league this season. Probably going to be a good battle between these two. Both exceptionally fast drivers. As Extra Frosty just gets out of the way of Vitamin G. Vitamin G obviously his own one-man team for this season because we had an odd number of drivers, so he decided to go it alone in the Peugeot. Not too sure how good the Peugeot is. I don't really know the GR3 cars that well, but if anyone can make that car a good car, it would probably be Vitamin G. Doesn't improve his time. Extra Frosty's stopped on the track. I think he's probably about to message the lobby to signify a stuck check. And we'll follow Ninja in the Jag for this lap. See if he can improve his time. As Ninja decides to pit in to finish the lap. On some fresh tyres. Looks like everyone's going for some low fuel runs. Race Tay still 4/10 faster than Vitman G in the Red Bull Porsche team. Porsche being a favourite among a lot of people, to be honest, but it's a quick car, certainly in qualifying, but it's not the best on its tyres. And once the tyres go on it, it does become quite a struggle to drive. So it'll be interesting to see how well Racer Tate does do in that Porsche. We'll ride on board with Racer Tate for this lap. No, we won't, because he's allowing someone through. Backing off. We'll ride on board Hobo Fraggins for this lap. In the Aston Martin. Oh no, the Jag, sorry. They look pretty much the same anyway, so. I believe this is the Fuji short version. It's quite a tough track. I mean, both variations of the Fuji track are quite tough, especially this final sector. It can be quite tricky, especially in this kind of car where the back end likes to come out relatively easy. Some awkward corners here. Got to get the braking just right to make the most time. He's going to get a healthy tow here from Foxy, coming down the main straight. See if he can improve his time. Don't think he went any quicker there. As Crazy comes up the inside. Again, this is only practice, so these times don't really matter. PJ Robbo on the outside of that braking area, getting out of the way of everyone. So I believe we're still waiting on a few drivers to join the lobby, and then we should be able to get qualifying underway. It's Hobo, Foxy getting a bit close. Hobo's got a penalty somehow. Best squeakers in the Lexus. Be interesting to see how well he can do this season. He's got a pretty good car. That was a favourite among a lot of people last season. In fact, the top half of the grid was pretty much Lexus cars, or Lexus and Toyota cars. So it'd be interesting to see how well he can do in that car, really. I think his teammate with Crazy, who's currently in the pits. We'll go on board with squeakers for this lap. So it looks like he's setting himself up for a lap. As Vitamin G set the fastest lap of the session now, on a 33.4. Tidy through the first corner. See if Squeakers can improve his time here. This is a tricky corner, gotta get the braking just right into here. And it looks like he did that pretty much perfectly. As it doesn't look like he's going to finish this lap because Frosty's going to start the slack check. So the way GR3 is going to work this season, it's quite simple, to be honest. I don't know if it's any different to last season. We're going to have a 15-minute qualifying session, and then we'll head straight into the race, which should last, give or take, half an hour. But it'll be interesting to see if Vitamin G can defend his title, because he is the current champion. Currently 3 tenths ahead of Race Attack. We're going to have 2 Vision Gran Turismo Volkswagen cars on the grid this season. Very strange looking cars, no roof. Not quite sure that sorts to FIA regulations, but we're not FIA, so it doesn't really matter. For some reason, I'm not sure what's going on there. Got an Aston Martin driving through the grid, and everyone else is stationary on the grid. Interesting, as the stat check's about to get underway. Or not, it's going to end. I think something did actually glitch out there. I think we'll try that again. Oh, I've been kicked out of the session. Does seem as though there's some technical difficulties. Just gonna have to bear with us. There we go, the session seems to be back up now. I think we're going to head straight into qualifying because we've lost a bit of time now. Just gone straight out onto the track. As we're just going to wait for everyone else just to rejoin the lobby quickly. And we should get qualifying underway. As Hanser looks like he's going to be doing some donuts, as everyone just waits for the session to sort itself out, or Frosty to sort everything out. And there's the two VGT Volkswagens I was talking about. Not a fan personally. The livery's nice. I think Robbo made those liveries, but I don't know. Something about a race car with no roof, no roll cage just looks odd to me. And it looks like we're going to be having another step check just to make sure everything's working correctly. Crazy teammate to Squeakers, another one in the Lexus. Again, it'd be interesting to see just how much pace he can extract out of that Lexus. It's probably not the quickest car over one lap, but certainly in the races, it's very good on its tyres, very good on fuel. It looks like the stuck check is going to start finally. And luckily there's no rogue cars driving around the track, so it looks like the stop check has done its job. See how everyone gets away here? As the lights go out, it looks like everyone's away. Oh, Intersees. I think he got away, but he stopped in his box. So it looks like we had a relatively clean start, although Squeakers is... I think he got pushed off the track there. I think Racete had a bit of an incident as well, but, you know, it's just a stop check. Usually by this point, everyone's already killed each other. So once everyone's left the stuck check, qualifying should begin straight away. There we go. So everyone now has 15 minutes, obviously, to try and set the fastest time they can. Looks like Foxy's going to be the first one out the pits, so he'll be the first one to set a lap. Looks like everyone's now currently on track, which is good. Quite a few cars bunched up together, it looks like. TNT 2000, another very quick driver. One of two Americans, there's the other one, Industry. Don't think we got a chance to really talk about him in the practice. There we go. Be interesting to see where TNT can finish this season. He's got a pretty good car. Can be quite leery, but we'll go on board TNT for this first lap. So it looks like everyone's now just starting their laps. Braking into turn one quite wide, the rear end just getting out on him there a bit, but solid exit. This is the tricky bit coming up here. How much speed can he carry through turn three? It looked like he did that quite nicely. Again, this high speed section here, a lot rides on the downforce of the car. Another tricky braking section into turn 5, I believe. Relatively clean laps so far, I think. Carried a good amount of speed through the Dunlop curve. Now into this tricky last section of the track. I think he's a bit too late on the brakes there and he's gone a bit wide, but it doesn't look like it's punished him too much. Coming into the last corner, it's really important to get a good exit onto the main straight. I think he's lagging a bit here. Not too sure what happened there. As May sets the fastest line with the fastest time with a 1:34 dead. And TNT pitting in, probably to put on some fresh tyres. Early stop in this qualifying session. As Race to Take getting a healthy bit of tow from Robbo there. Currently the fastest man on track, just under a tenth faster than May. Not sure what's going on with Robbo there. I think Robbo is trying to get out of his way. Both, of course, on a fast lap at the moment. We'll see if Race T can improve his time on this lap. It does look like the fastest man currently in the first sector is Hansa on a relatively good lap. We'll see where this lap can put him. The VGT Volkswagen GTI is very good in a straight line, so I think that might be why he's doing well in that first sector. Race Tay is going to complete his lap here. Not sure he's going to improve his time. I don't think he did. As he pitted in fresh tyres, that's why. Vitman G currently in third. Quite close to main. Race Tay in front of him. We'll run down the field. Extra Frosty currently in fourth, about half a second off Vitman G for third. In to see his teammate in fifth. Two drivers in the Subaru, in the Guinness livery Subaru. Ninja in sixth. Good 6/10 off Inzasi, but very close to M3 guy behind him in seventh. Very close behind him, BJ Robbo in eighth. The other VGC. Hobo Fraggins, currently in 9th. Hansa in 10th. Foxy 11th. Close to that top 10. I think he's about to come into the pits, yeah. As he hit the wall on the entry to the pit lane there. Crazy Bugs, a good 1.7 seconds off the pace. Not sure he set a quick lap time just yet. Same goes for Adam and TNT. TNT's left the room. I think he's been having some connection issues actually. We'll see how that develops. As Race Taste still the fastest man on track, with that 34 dead. We'll ride on board for him on this lap. And there's contact between Frosty and Hobo. Not too sure what happened there. And I can't bring up the replay because we are in technically a practice session, even though this is qualifying. And we've got a couple of guys with penalties just ahead. Not too sure what's happened there. I think Extra Frosty might have just taken a bit too much speed into that corner and gone into Hobo. We'll see how much speed Race can take onto this main straight. It's looked like a tidy lap. Is he going to improve his time here as Vitman G comes into the pits and May? And he does by 2/10 of a second. So we'll see if May or Vitman G can respond to that. I don't think Race Tay is going to go for another lap on those tyres. See if Vitman G can improve his time. As it looks like Crazy Bucks has had a bit of an issue. I wonder if he's had an issue with May just ahead of him. And he's got somewhat of a train of cars behind him. Not too sure what's going on with Crazy at the moment. Looks like he had a bit of an incident with Indusy. Indusy currently in 5th, good half a second off breaking into that top 4 group. Rather than a look at Vitman G, he's about to finish this lap. We'll see who this lap puts him. Or I think that might be his out lap, since it was a 32.5. So Vitman G then definitely starting his fast lap here. Tidy through the first corner. Took a fair amount of speed onto this mini straight. And he's a 10th down in the first sector. Again, I'm not too sure where the strength in this Peugeot lies, but we'll see just how much pace he can get from it. Certainly been a tidy lap so far. And it seems the top 3 are all very close to each other actually. Good amount of speed taken through there. See how well he can do through the tricky last sector here. As the session, we've only got about 3.5 minutes left of the session, so everyone's going to have to get their last laps in relatively fast. As Vitman G does improve his time, does a 33.1, very quick time. Can Race Tay or Mace respond here? Race Tay, I think he's about to finish a flying lap. Although his tyres do look quite fresh, so maybe he's just starting one. Yeah, I believe Race Tay is about to start a new lap here. See if Race Tay can respond to that 33.1. He's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. And he's up in the first sector. He's going to lose some downforce following Squeakers here as Squeakers gets out of the way. Hobo's developed the penalty. Oh, and that was very, very close to Race Tay there. It's quite lucky he ghosted there because he was definitely on the racing line. And he's lost a lot of time in that middle sector. Going wide onto the grass, and he would have had dirty tyres going into this section. I think he might line himself up for a new lap here. Doesn't seem like the midfield has changed that much. Extra Frosty's still in 4th. Intersea's still in 5th. It is getting closer though. Coming up behind BJ Robbo, currently in 8th. As May comes into the pits. Is he going to have enough time to get out and do another lap? I'm not too sure. As Robbo is going to give him a bit of tow here, but I don't know if he's going to be pitting in here. Indersea currently very low on fuel. And he does improve his time. So he knocks Frosty down to 5th. I don't think he'll have enough fuel though to get back to the pits. As it looks like Racer's finished his session. And the same with Indersea. Good lap from Indersea. Looks like he had a bit of tow though from Robbo. I don't know if he lost time from following Robbo through the last section, however. As I believe there's still guys out there doing their laps. Ninja up to 8th. With Foxy going off the track there. Currently with the best lap of a 35.6. See if he can improve his time. How much speed can go through here? And that's very neat and tidy. Again, it doesn't look like this is going to be his last lap of the session with the amount of fuel that he's got. As you see, he's going the wrong way down the back straight. Not too sure he realises there's still people on laps. Still don't want to affect them because he's ghosted. Is Ninja going to improve his lap here? That'll be a nice 2/10 off his best lap time there. Robbo, currently in 9th. Good qualifying from Robbo. Foxy looks like he's finished his session. Adder in 11th. I think he's currently on a fast lap. See if he can improve. Not sure why Squeakers is showing up as Indersea showing up as 12th. Does look as though Crazy and ER and M3 guy, not too sure where they are on the grid because they're in the pits. It does look as though Vitman G will be on pole though. As the top 4 have all finished their laps. Extra Frosty's got a penalty somewhere, so I don't think he'll be doing another lap. As qualifying actually finished 2 minutes ago, so Vitman G then gonna start this season where he finished, on pole position. May, his teammate last season, alongside him on the front row. Very, very quick time from Vitman G. Racer's in 3rd. Indersea in 4th. Fastest, the furthest up American on the grid. Extra Frosty will start 5th. Crazy 6th. Ninja 7th. Good qualifying from Squeakers in 8th. Oh, 7th. Not too sure these are the final qualifying results as Hobo is in the pits. There's quite a few guys in the pits actually. So everyone's making their final preparations for this race. Everyone will be going onto the tyres that they want to start the race on. And we should be getting the race underway soon. Looks like the final is going to begin now. Hopefully everyone's done their preparations, everyone's ready for the race. So, Vitman G then, on pole, in the Peugeot, May just beside him in second, Race Attain third, Intercene fourth, and Frosty making up the top 5. As the lights build up. And we're away. Can't really see what's going on with this camera angle. There we go. May looks like he's got a very good start in that Mercedes. Up into the first corner. Racer Tate looks like he's lost some positions, and there's been a major accident there with Ada, I believe, in the Porsche. As Industries lost the rear. Not too sure what's happened there. See if we can get a quick replay of that. Not too sure what's going on. Don't think we're going to get a replay of that. That was a major accident going into the first corner. Looks like May's taking the lead though. Very quick starting car, that Mercedes. Vitman G in second, Ninja in third. As it looks like Racer Tate's had an incident. Vitman G looking like he's going to line up and move on May here for first. Intercede down to 10th, Frosty down to 9th. There's been quite a lot of shuffling going on with the actual positions. May looks like he's got a sizable gap there to Vitman G. Hansa in 11th, Robbo down to 12th. Racer Tate's last. I'm not too sure what's happened there. I couldn't bring up the replay for some reason. I'm sure there'll be a steward's inquiry after the race about that, because there was a major accident going into turn 1. As it looks like Vitman G's developed a penalty, he'll have to serve that within 2 corners. And that's a big penalty as well. That's going to really ruin his race at the start here. As it looks like he serves his penalty now. Ninja up to second. Crazy up to third. Very, very good start from him. We'll see just how much he can make up from that. See where he can finish. There's a pretty big gap down to Frosty in 4th. Frosty still where he started on the grid. Foxy's up to 5th. There's a bit of contact with M3 guy there, but doesn't look like it's changed much. And M3 guy and Vitman G looking like they're about to go into combat. And it looks like this midfield scrap's starting to develop now. We've got a lot of drivers, good 5 or 6 cars bunched up together going onto the main straight here. Someone got a penalty there. Might have been Intercy. Is Vitman G going to line up and move here on M3 guy? We'll go on board with Vitman G. Is that Peugeot going to be fast enough in a straight line to make this move? They are very close together. Going into turn 1. As I say, Vitman G did break a bit later. Is M3 guy going to come back at him? Doesn't look like he got the exit to do that. There's a bit of a scrap developing here for 9th. Squeakers, Hansa and Hobo. Vim and G going to make? It does look like he's going to take the position from Foxy. As it seems Racer's not happy about something. Currently in 13th. I think he may have got taken out at that first turn incident. And it looks like he's got a bit of a penalty there. May now 4.2 seconds ahead of Ninja first. Frosty up in third. Is he going to be able to make a move on Ninja on the main straight? Subaru's not the quickest car in a straight line, but he's got a good exit going onto the main straight. Is there going to be enough in that car to make the move? I'm not too sure there is. It's going to have to be a very last minute dive bomb to get this position. It does look like he is going to refrain from overtaking just for the second. Squeakers and Hobo having a bit of an issue. Squeakers down to 12th, as they're still going side by side. See if we can get a replay of that. Nope, not sure what's going on with the replays. There we go, sorry about that. Vim and G up to third. So he's just made a move on Frosty, making his way back up the pack. Ninja now with a... Sorry, May with a 6-second lead as someone comes into the pits. Looks like Frosty's coming for an early stop. Onto the super softs, it looks like. Putting plenty of fuel in for this stint. So it looks like Race is also in the pits. Intersea and M3 guy. Foxy has been promoted to 4th because of those pit stops. He's having a good race, so is Crazy in the Lexus. So it looks like we've got a bit of a battle developing just behind. I think Frosty just overtook Hobo. Crazy and Hansa getting quite close now. See if Hansa's close enough to make a move on Hobo. On Crazy, sorry. Going onto this main straight. This is a good exit out of that final turn. Go on board. As the top three all pitting in. Ninja with the less amount of fuel. And it looks like Hansa is going to make that move. Is Crazy going to come back in with anything? Doesn't look like it. as Hans has actually gone wide out of the exit of turn 1. Crazy's going to go back up into third and has lost the rear a little bit there. And Hans has lost 3 positions because of that. Vitman G is now up to 5th after those pit stops, of course. So Vitman G, is he going to be able to get past Robbo here? I think he was the first one to come out of the pits. May, of course, obviously he just pitted as well. So May with clear traffic then ahead of him, a clear road even. It's working out quite nicely for him. Foxy's second, but he still hasn't pitted just yet. Be interested to see what kind of strategy he's going for, whether or not that'll pay off for him in the Aston. As I believe he's coming to make his pit stop now. So I think we've got Vitman G lining up a move on Crazy. As Robbo also comes into the pits to make his first stop. Very low on fuel. Vitman G going to make this move. Let's see, he's got that one in the bag. Good exit at turn 1. And looks like he's made that move nice and cleanly. May now only 4 seconds ahead of Vitman G. Of course, Vitman G did have that huge penalty at the start, so Vitman G's done quite well to get back to second, having already pitted as well. Racer now looks like he's up to 8th. I think he might have changed his strategy a little bit because of the turn 1 incident. He's closing on M3 guy here at quite some rapid pace. How quickly can he get past M3 guy in the other Mercedes? And let's see, he's got a good run out of that corner, coming down to the high-speed Dunlop corner down here. It's not really a good place to overtake though, because you do take out this corner at quite some speed. Although I think with those fresher tyres, Racer Tate is going to make pretty easy work of that move. Question now is, can M3 guy make the position back up on the back straight? Does it like Racer got a good exit out of that final corner, and just ahead of them there's a bit of a battle developing. Frosty, Ninja and Intersea all very close together. So extra Frosty's going to take a defensive line into turn 1. Ninja on the outside. Is he going to make the move stick? He's still side by side. I think Ninja is going to have track position going into this corner here. Looks like he backed off actually. Frosty, good defending from Frosty to keep third. His teammate just behind Ninja in the other Subaru. So I wonder if Frosty's backing Ninja into Intersea. Bit of teamwork here. See if Ninja can get a good run through this last sector onto the main straight. And it looks like he's gone for a move there. Bit of contact, I think, but no one's been affected. Intersea looking for a bit of a move on the inside. We'll see how this develops onto the main straight though. Who can get a good exit out of that last corner? As it looks like Intersea is actually closer to Ninja than Ninja is closer to Frosty. Is Frosty coming into the pits here? I think he might be. Or he's just taking a defensive line. So Ninja, so extra Frosty moving all across the track, trying his very best to keep this position. So a carbon copy of the move on the previous lap. It looks like Frost is going to keep the position once again though. Can Intersea take advantage of this battle here? Obviously Frosty and Ninja be losing time battling each other. I think Intersea might be biding his time here, waiting for an incident to happen maybe. And we'll take a quick look back at the rest of the field. Foxy down to 8th after the pit stops. Rob was in 9th. Crazy down to 10th. I think he might be going for a longer stint than everyone else though. I believe he put on the medium tyres. Hansa, Hobo and Ada making up the rest of the grid. Ada slowing down there. I think he might have just got a penalty. So he goes wide onto the last corner there. So it does look like Ninja has taken the position from Frosty. I think Frosty's tyres might be on their way out now, as his teammate also takes the position from him. What is Frosty going to do here? Is he going to go for a move on his teammate, or is he going to go into the pits? It looks like Extra Frosty's going to pit in. Racer Tate's made his way up to 6th. He's still got a bit of penalty to burn off. As it looks like we've got a bit of a battle for first developing. Vitamin G is now caught up to May. Definitely within slipstream range here. We'll see if Vitamin G can make any kind of move going down here. He's very, very close to the back of Bay. Oh, Vitamin G biding his time. Oh, as May's gone wide onto the grass, it looks like that's given Vitamin G that position back. So Vitamin G then up into 1st. After I think he was down in 7th or 8th at one point in this race. It's a very good drive from Vitamin G. We'll see if he can keep this position, because that Mercedes is quite quick in a straight line. I don't think May's going to be close enough though. I think Vitamin G, for the moment, solidified his 1st place. Is he going to go into the pits here? He is. And May's going to follow him. So Vitamin G and May, the top 2 currently in the pits. Ninja and Intersea still relatively close on the track, and it looks like we've got a bit of a battle back here in 8th, sorry 9th, 10th and 11th. So Frosty's down to 10th after that stop. Just behind Squeakers. Is Frosty going to make a move on Squeakers into the main straight? Nope, before the main straight. Now Squeakers going to have the slipstream on Frosty. We'll go on board Squeakers. As Frosty takes that defensive line. Is it going to be a match for that Lexus in a straight line though? Hansa making use of both of the slipstreams here. There's a bit of contact there. I think possibly from Frosty. Squeaker's going to have the inside line going into this turn here. And looks like Squeaker's backed out on that one. So Frosty keeps his 8th position. Frosty and Intersea, the 2 Subaru teammates, currently 7th and 8th. Crazy up into 6th now that a few more people have pitted in. And Ninja's leading the race, but I think he's yet to pit in the Jag. As it looks like someone's got off the track there. Is Ninja going to pit in this lap? As Vitamin G is very, very close behind him. I believe Ninja is going to make his pit stop now. Can May make a move on Vitamin G for 1st place into turn 1? It's got a good slipstream on Vitamin G. Goes to the inside. As the 2 go side by side into turn 1. Looks like Vitamin G got the better exit there, and he's going to have the inside line going into turn 2. So May has to concede that position for now. May still right at the back of Vipman G, however. Is he going to make a move into turn 5? Doesn't look like he can. The two former teammates from last season battling now for this win at Fuji. As it looks like we've got a few more cars grouping up. We'll return back to that battle in just a second, as we've got 3 wide going into turn 5. Ninja Robbo up there in 3rd. I think he's yet to make his pit stop though. Behind them, looks like Foxy's up to 5th. Looks like Crazy split the 2 Subarus, as Frosty's taken back that 7th position. We've got a good midfield scrap developing here then, as Ninja and BJ Robbo going side by side. He's going to come out here as Foxy and Frosty having a bit of an incident there. We'll see if we can get a replay of that. Ah, there we go. The replay's working now. Let's just see what happened here then. There we go. The replay, okay. I see. The replay, this is back on lap 5. Still trying to figure out the replays. Can only apologise about that. So Frosty down to 7th. Not too sure what happened with Frosty and Foxy. I don't know if they came together or not in that final sector. Race Tep's 9th. And so Race Tep's got another penalty. The penalties around this track can be quite strict, especially that second corner. If the game thinks you've taken too much out of that, it will give you a big penalty. And looks like this is, I think this is Race Tep's 2nd penalty now. Foxy's down to 12th. He's also received a penalty. Looks like Foxy, Hobo, Adder now making up for the back half of the grid. Vipman G seems to have pulled out a pretty good lead on May now in the Peugeot. May a good nearly 4 seconds behind Vipman G now. Both of them nearly 21 seconds ahead of Ninja in 3rd in the Jag, as I think Robbo's finally making his stop. It's a relatively late stop here. Extra Frosty back up to 6th because of that. Can he make any positions back up here? He's got Crazy and his teammate Interseat just in front of him. Go on board with Extra Frosty, as it looks like Crazy went a bit wide there. So that's put the 2 Subaru cars then 4th and 5th. 2 teammates doing quite well here. This race, of course, hasn't been without action, that's for sure. Race Taylor looks like he's made about 7th. 6.5 seconds behind Crazy. I wonder if he can make up any more positions in this race. I think he's been quite unlucky. Again, if I could get the replays working, would have seen what happened at the start there. I'm sure there'll be a stewards inquiry after this race, however. As we just cut away there, Race Tay looking like he got the rear all out of shape there. Looks like he's struggling in this part of the race now, as there's just 2 laps to go. I think he might be on relatively old tyres now. The real question is, can he keep M3 guy behind him? Is he going to keep that 7th place? Vipman G now 5 seconds ahead in 1st. Indersea and Frosty still 4th and 5th. Can Crazy catch the 2 Subarus? Make up any more positions? It's been a good race from Crazy. It's made up a few positions at the start. As it seems everyone's now sort of... no one's really close to each other. Hansa closing in on Squeakers for that 10th place spot. 2 probably closest on the track at the moment, looking at the map. Squeakers goes a bit wide there. Can Hansa get anything on Squeakers here? Hansa only 0.5 of a second behind Squeakers, definitely in the slipstream zone. Arguably faster car on the straight. See if we can get that car lined up for an overtaking move. Squeakers actually goes quite wide into the last corner, and that's given Hansa that 10th position. 2 cars now side by side. It's going to give me a drag race down this main straight, which I think the Volkswagen's going to win. Can Squeakers make a move down into turn 1? He's gone to the inside. Looks like he's made that move work. Can Hansa come back at him with anything? Doesn't look like it. So Squeakers successfully defended that 10th position then, on the final lap. Can he hold out to take 10th? Vitman G coming onto the back straight now. And it looks like he's going to finish this race just where he started off, pole position and the win. Vitman G, the winner in round 1 at Fuji. Mayer gets 7 seconds behind him, will take second. Ninja on his own somewhat, 20 seconds behind May, 10 seconds ahead of Indersea. Looks like he's going to round up the top 3. So I mean, all things considered, in that Jag, Ninja's had a pretty good race to take 3rd. It looks like the 2 Subarus, Indersea and Extra Frosty, are going to take 4th and 5th. Very good result for them. Very good team result. Crazy, another good result for him in 6th. Race Tay does take that 7th place. BJ Robbo, very close to M3 guy, but BJ Robbo does take that 8th place. And it looks like Squeakers and Hansa behind them both had a relatively close finish as well. Foxy, after that incident with Frosty and the last sector, he's down in 12th. Quite an unlucky race from him. And Hobo Fraggins in the other Jag. Looks like he's going to round up, as Ada's technically already finished, he's going to round up the rest of the field. Big congratulations then to Vitman G, probably everyone's favourite this season. He had that incident at the start, and he's made his way back up the field to take that win. Very nice Alain Prost style helmet there. So that concludes then the first race here at Fuji. Definitely wasn't a race without action. We had that major crash at the start. Not sure what happened with the replays and the connection, but I think we're going to have some steward inquiries after that. But Oh no, certainly a fun race to commentate over. And I'm going to do a bit of practice with the replays because it's a shame we couldn't see some of the action on the replays. Not too sure why they weren't working. But again, Vitamin G, very fast driver, taking that win. We'll have a look at the race result. So the final positions then, obviously penalties permitting, as there were a few incidents that we're definitely going to have a look. Vitamin G takes the win from pole. May in second, Ninja in third, that's actually top three. Inzisi, the two Subarus with Extra Frosty in fifth, fourth and fifth there. Crazy in sixth, Race attained seventh, unlucky race from him. He's definitely out of position there. I think he did have a few incidents at the start. BJ Robbo in the Volkswagen taking 8th, a good race from him. M3 guy in 9th, Hanser in 10th. Squeakers and Hanser very close together there. And Foxy, Hobo Fraggins and Adder making up the rest of the grid, with Vitamin G taking the fastest lap of the race there with a 33.6. Which was set on lap 8. It looks like he's got that Peugeot quite nicely. Looks like he can definitely extract the pace out of that. It's a bit of a dark horse, that car, because no one really knows what it can do. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream there. Obviously we'll be streaming the next race next Saturday, and hopefully I don't screw up with the replays.